A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers.
Hey, what's up, party people? Getting right back into Bastion.
That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place.
Cool. I forgot what I did last time. I think it was the shrine. Hold on a sec. I can't help but notice, I don't think it's saved. That's awesome.
The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places.
Oh, Jesus. That means I gotta replay that really difficult level. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping. I guess we'll see.
Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Garmouth. The gods never liked competing for people's affections. Finders keepers. Think the gods are gonna help. Javel. Hensa.
Oh, I'm really broke. Spent all my money. That's okay, though. As long as we got it, it'll come in handy. And we can get another... Hell yeah.
A sip of lunkhead liqueur will toughen you up. Too bad it's like drinking a saddlebag. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds.
Okay.
So much for that plan.
We're good. This is one of my favorite missions, too.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about.
Oh, crap. Whoa.
That's ankle gator country for you.
Yikes, this is gonna be rough.
All of the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon.
Forgot the enemies explode, too.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place.
Okay.
Want to get eaten by an ankle gator? You know where to go.
Alright, we're gonna go back to the Bastion. I am not strong enough. I will admit this is not my best playthrough. I am definitely not strong enough to be doing that yet. Like, maybe I can do another pass through this game when I'm fully leveled up, because you can restart New Game Plus. But as for now, no. Good lord, they destroyed me.
Messia.
Yeah, no, we're good. I think that's enough. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Turn those enemies into real monsters.
Rothus Lagoon. That ain't the sort of place you'd want to go by choice.
Alright, let's try this
again.
again.
Folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about.
Much better.
All of the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. These beasts, they don't like company.
Ouch. That takes care of that.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne.
Good lord.
Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things.
Yeah, that's what I think we
Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools. Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist.
There you have it coming.
They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining. And it ain't raining.
This right here,
The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance right.
this is my favorite melee
Now the
weapon.
kid can do the same. Bad idea to walk in gator grass. Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Kid's got a mean throwing arm.
Okay.
Most of those peckers are smart enough to stay out of Queen Anne's way. Those pincushions been living off the ankle gator scraps.
This music's going crazy right now.
Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. He holds his ground. Seems the queen's running out of options. Still no sign of the shard.
You know what? Here's what we'll do. Because right now, the dueling pistols ain't doing much for me.
The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it.
Bam.
Those leaping lunkheads don't like Queen Anne any better than the kid. Queen's got one mean bite.
I didn't think she was that fast.
scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Seems even stinkweeds know to stay away from the queen.
Good lord. Just gotta bait her out. Excuse?
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go.
Okay.
They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running. The shard's sitting in plain view.
Those eyes.
She's starting to get annoyed.
Fair enough.
And now he's made her mad.
Oh, shit. Got
Rest
her.
in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers.
These guys are not playing. Give me that experience. I'm getting out of here.
Kid's done what needed to be done.
Oh, Lord.
Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
I really don't even know what that upgrade does.
Can't
Probably was not
decide
worth it
between
at
a
all.
hammer and a brusher's pike. Take both. That gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her.
Interesting.
They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. His bow's looking lean and mean like a prize fighter.
Alright, let's do this.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds. To prepare for the wilds, Ceylandia's brushers practice at Camp Donce. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Donce. They said they made you weak.
Well, hell.
Said he couldn't use any fancy footwork, just your brains and your pike.
Actually, it's probably what over here.
Just getting through the course in one piece was an accomplishment.
That was decently difficult, but if you have an upgraded pike, it's not. We'll get there.
You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs.
I do want to activate one of these. I'm guessing this one. We should do enough damage, it doesn't matter. Let's hope so, anyway. Although...
Know how Ceylandia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine.
I think I'm about to get my actual favorite gun in this game.
If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
I forgot you got them back to back.
The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Yep, there it is.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
He just wanted to watch, but I don't care. Say that, he's messing me up. There we go. Yeah, you're a bit sturdy.
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
Holy hell.
Place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
What is my response to this? These guys.
settled in like they own the place.
This mofo.
Lunkheads ain't known for their grace.
Well, goodbye. Should have left me alone.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers, coughing fungus everywhere. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail.
And he was just talking about my
One way
footwork.
to cure a cough like that.
Terrible. There we go. Goodbye.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rails seen much more fighting in bygone times.
Put a switchback to my bow until I upgrade that thing.
First shots fired, and
Also,
also
kick the beats.
war.
There we go. No.
It was right here that Zolf's forefathers decided to mix it up.
Yeah, alright, bud. That sucks.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While choking on swamp weed? Peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Something fancy.
But then, at last, it's the end of the line. Should have seen him tiptoe around those swamp weeds in his way. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. just another wallflower pincushion might get.
This little dude, he's helping, but he's actually not helping at all. He's like low-key soft-locking my game. I don't know what to do here. There we go. Got a lucky
At first
crit.
he thinks it's Zolf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him.
Nothing good.
That's the way to make every shot count.
Your boy needs some money.
Kid don't always care for fancy guns and things. A bow and pike will do just fine. Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking. Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zolf. He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
Just like that. Our second challenge.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this. What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tazzle terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Ceylondia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. The mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mansers. It's for your own good, he said.
These guys are annoying.
She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
Good God, you guys are annoying. Just stay still. That's what I thought.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city.
Right back at you. This one's pretty hard. It's nothing but annoying enemies.
Young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him. Convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language. Her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult.
I don't think I'm beating this one.
Lost my train of thought there.
Oh boy.
Well, I digress.
Good lord. Yeah, they whooped me up that time. That's okay though. We'll come back.
A hammer and an army carbine. When I was a fighting man, I used the very same.
Okay.
The shards are getting harder to find. Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
I think it's tough.
Best to keep out of the cauldron. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
And here we have another new weapon, a flamethrower. Seems like I can't really get a lot of money in this playthrough.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here.
Hold on a second, let me see what's up here. Or gets one about the thorns. But yeah, I'm just gonna go. Do what you do.
But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. Taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
Good lordy.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot.
It's hilarious, isn't it? We spent all that time in those natural areas,
but you can't eat
those
them.
nature-filled grassy jungles, and swamps and whatnot. And now here we are, bringing it all away with ease.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. The place is inhospitable as they come.
Easier. Stop missing.
But still we pressed on.
Nothing over here. Guess that's something over here.
Kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
These birds are nothing to play with.
After all, when we looked down inside Culford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
It'll work. Gotta get out.
Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day. Where there's one stink eye, there's always more. cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for no.
You're getting stuck on things.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city.
Oh, just leave.
But all the fires died out. There's nothing left
Good
of it.
lord, I'm getting wrecked.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. A culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Alright. I think we'll do this one.
The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Damn.
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. Stick 'em and cook 'em, or the other way around. Makes no difference.
Oh, decisions.
He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing. Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape. At least it won't get cold round here with that thing around. Spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Sand. Ceylondia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles. Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Ceylondian army carbine. Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot. The Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the triggers spiced things up a bit. The kid ain't bad, but the triggers were better.
Crazy. That was an easier one, surprisingly.
If you want to
Let's try
master
this
the
again.
art of the firearm, then the place to go is Trigger Hill. Sometimes you had to shoot from the hip. You had to keep moving to avoid getting burned. He blew through that course like it was nothing.
Easy money.
The Ceylondian army would have recruited him in a flash.
Let's see what else we got going on.
The slingers could plug you full of holes faster than you could say draw.
Actually, no, not this one. I don't think I'm gonna get any further in that anyway. Let's try this again.
Kid
see if
takes
it
another
creates some
drag,
sanity.
goes out like a light. There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top.
We've already seen this one, so I'll go ahead and pause. Well, needless to say, I got my shit rocked. And that's putting it mildly. I got pretty far.